So after you've written your batch script, it needs to be saved in a text file that ends with a .bat extension for Windows batch, and save it to a location of your choice as long as you have convenient access to it. And then we'll need that path, in this case users, administrator, desktop, labbot, batch scripts. We'll need this path as well as the actual batch script file name to enter into a task that we need to automate the execution of the strategy with. To do so, we need to access the Windows Task Scheduler. Now in this case, I have an icon that's pinned it to the taskbar, but to access it, you simply need to hit your window key in Windows and find Task Scheduler and hit enter. Once you arrive over here, to your right, you'll have create basic task, create task, etc., etc. For this particular implementation, we'll just go ahead and create a basic task. Click on create basic task and then give it a name. So let's say automated strat v1 and give it a description. This strategy is hopefully going to be good. If not, back to the drawing board. No idea why I just wrote all of that on screen, but okay. Next, the frequency. When do you want the task to start? So here you can choose your frequency, if it's daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you need to do. Once you've selected your frequency, click next. In this case, let's just stick with daily. Click next and the start time. If it's a daily strategy and you'd like to assign a time, very simply change the time over here to suit your purposes. So in case you'd like to run your strategy every day at exactly 14:30, and that 14:30 is your VPS time. So please be wary of the VPS time and its offset to UTC. On this VPS, for example, this is Beek's VPS and they follow BST, which is British Standard Time, and at the moment that is plus UTC +1. Therefore, if we wanted to execute something at 1:30 UTC, at the present time that is executed by entering 14:30 in this window here, because the VPS server is UTC +1. Then once you've done that, recur every 1 day is obviously for the daily frequency. Click next, and here you can start a program, and the other two options are deprecated and most likely will be removed in future iterations. Click start a program. Make sure start a program is selected. Click next, and here you can enter the path to your batch script that you saved earlier on. So here you can either type in the path if you remember it off by heart, or you can click on browse and go to the folder where you saved it. In this case here, click on opener. In this case, the file name is opener. So we click and select our batch script. If you have any additional arguments in your batch script, this is the place to put them, and any other particular directories where you'd like your batch script to start, you can put those here. For our purposes, the way we structured our batch script was to include inline variables pointing to paths that are relevant to us, both in terms of our miniconda distribution as well as the location of our strategy script. Therefore, we don't need any arguments or optional directory specification for this example. We click next over here, and that's it. You're now ready to deploy the strategy, and clicking finish achieves that. Once you click finish, that strategy will show up in your all tasks tab, and then from there on you can disable it if you need to, you can run it manually if you need to, and make sure everything's working beforehand. Before you finally leave it to stay automated, run a few tests manually and make sure that your scripts are A, being executed at all, and B, performing as you expect them to when they are executed. And that's it, you're done. You have your strategy automated via Windows scheduled tasks on your Windows VPS. As always, if you enjoyed this presentation, please do consider sharing it with your social networks, colleagues, co-workers, and friends. And do subscribe to the Darwinex YouTube channel so you remain up to date with all future videos that will be released in this series and other topics discussed on Darwinex. Thank you very much for your attention. See you next time.